Back. Okay, so yesterday, spent the whole day. I basically blew up the app. I didn't go to Google Sheets. I looked at what's happening and I read some of the commentary. So Google Sheets is great for interactivity and going back and forth and writing to. Google Sheets is not good for speed of updates. It's not that it's slow, it's just there's a reason why they're trying to move away from Google Sheets is because they're dependent on that infrastructure.
Yeah.
So I will ask you today to review the new version of the app. And yesterday I was sitting here like late, not as late as previously, but I was sitting here late trying to figure out how to do this. I didn't. And then today in the morning I woke up, I was like, I know how to do this. So I have to say the video of that reference file, because you started there and I think there was more conversation beforehand.
Yeah.
It did not, not that they,
well, he repeated, like when we started recording, we went back and we went through all the steps that he talked about leading up to that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't.
So I think I have figured it out. First of all, let me share my screen. I think I figured it out. I think I know what needs to be done to get this to work the way we wanted it to work. So first and foremost, see, I'm lazy here.
It was funny. I sent Olga Rathnapala, formerly Nemenko, the app, and then I got an email that the Glide Zap thing failed for Olga. So I'm like, oh, she's using the app already. So I went in there and I'm like, this isn't Olga. And then I realized, oh yeah, that's the other Olga.
oh, my sister's using the app.
Well, yeah, I guess so. I got a failed.
Why did I not get the?
I don't know. She put her picture in there.
Yeah, there she is.
Or a picture.
Books, nothing. Narrations. Yeah, we talked about that yesterday with this. Yeah. So. Yeah, that's true.
And my brother phoned me this morning because I sent him this stuff. And he said he's going to play with it tonight. He thinks, I explained it to him. He's like, I think this is a great idea. And then he goes, you know, it'd be good, because he hasn't really looked at it. He goes, you know, if there was a simpler interface. And I go, yeah, but if you go into read mode, then it is simple. It's just books and family.
Yeah.
And
I already regret that no, everything is fine. We shipped it. That's the thing. We shipped it. So here's the new interface.
Yeah, that's, oh, you just moved the user guide. There's no profile thing. Is that right?
Well, profile still exists.
But
you need it. I looked at, let me show you. So first and foremost, a person buys the app or gets the link. So the thing is, I thought about, I was trying, so I'm going to play back my thoughts to you, and this is not set in stone. This is just my thoughts. So I thought to myself, so we were talking about landing page, then they go to a cart, then why bother? Go to the app.
Yeah.
You landed in an app. None of these buttons are available.
Yeah.
But there's a video playing of how it can be used. Do you want to buy an app? Here's a button, like Rumor had it.
Yeah.
Here's a button, you pay for it. Yeah, they take the percentage, but that's fine.
Yeah.
Buttons appear, and now you the owner of this family.
Yeah.
Let's do a scenario number 2. Somebody invites you. You land here. Feel free. You can add narrations, you can add books, but you're adding it to that family.
Yeah.
So that's scenario number 2, and still the button exists. Create your own family.
Yeah.
All done within an app. You don't, like, we would need a website that explains some of the usability so people can read it, all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So this is what I want to work. So today, my job is to make this table actually function, all of this relationship table.
Yeah.
Like, I need to make this work. I need to create a column, like paid column. I already have a family off. I want to have a drop down so you can select which family you're part of.
Yeah.
So if this relationship table works for me today, and See, I need to delete all of these rows. I always need to start from scratch just to see how it works.
Yeah.
So
When you said the drop down, do we need to do it in a way that you can only join a family if you've been invited to that family?
of course,
Yeah.
there's only two options.
Yeah.
You are either like in family, this referred by.
Yeah.
You're either a member of referred by, and
Yeah.
let's say family of Natalie Pitashina.
Yeah.
Or you're not.
Okay.
So my granddad, my dad can be a member of my family, my sister's family.
Yeah.
I know, distant cousins' family.
Yeah.
But he can only add books to those families.
Yes.
And now I don't know how to add books to a family. Oh, I do know. Of course, it's always going to be based on referred by. So I need to play around with that. And my mental capabilities are being stretched to the limit, I'll have to say. Then I thought to myself that some of the stuff that we talked about, first of all, bookstore.
If you come up with questions that you can't solve for, like you can email me and I'll email it to Miguel. Like, I think I paid him for the consulting and I'm a curator on his thing. Like, I'm sure he will answer my questions.
Yeah.
With no problem.
Cool, eh?
Very cool.
But then it gets cooler. This is the interface of a person joining the app for the first time when nobody invited them.
Yeah. Nice. 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 Way better.
And then they land on this welcome screen.
Yeah.
If somebody's invited, they forego all of that. They land right here because their profile has already been created in the back end.
Yeah. Excellent.
I went away from narration because what you do here is available narrations, click to edit.
Yeah.
You want to delete it, go ahead.
Yeah.
Same thing here. You want to add a book, already added books, clicks to edit.
Yeah.
To edit this book, click here. You want to delete it, go ahead. So it simplifies everything. Nice. I mean, you still can add a book. I think I removed that. So everything's at, like, all of the flow is these 4 steps.
Yeah.
And this says you need to use your phone. Still don't know how to make it longer. What do you think?
It's awesome.
So I showed it, like I played it because, like I said, my Natalie's not friendly with technology.
Yeah.
She was able to walk through the initiation feature.
No problem. The onboarding thing is amazing. Did you use that video link I sent you?
Yep. That guy was. This is the software developer's brain, which I don't have.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think you could use the sheet that way. All that onboarding feature is, it's taking a line, a line that the person is in, and modifying entries in it. It's just looking at one line.
Yeah.
Because look, the option is row ID is user row ID. So it only, this is available for that specific user.
Yeah.
And it's only visible when onboarding is empty. Oh, yes, I forgot to tell you. Here is when the onboarding happened. Yeah. And when a person invites somebody, that onboarding entry gets populated in the invitation. So that means that if you are invited by me and you come here, you will not see the sequence screen.
Yeah.
That way you can't create your own family, because in the sequence, this is where, when Natalie goes through this is when this is first populated, referred by, and this referred by goes to every single other action, adding a book, adding a narration, inviting somebody, always referred to or referred by.
And if I want to buy my own family now or start my own family, where's that?
That's
or you,
not
that
done
would,
yet. That just came to me in the morning
oh, okay.
because I need to create a paid column.
Yeah.
And essentially the way it's going to work is you want to create a family, and then there's going to be a lookup in this family of your username
Yeah.
and all of the families that you belong to.
Yeah.
And if I understand this correctly, and I don't know how to do this yet, but technically, when you pick a family,
Yeah.
this relationships table kicks in,
Yeah.
and then whatever you refer to is what you see.
Yeah.
At least that's what I believe it should be in my head. But
And will that be another screen then when they pick from the families? Kind of like, you know how you in the, when you're building the app, it says viewing as mom.
yeah.
Like in the app, you'd be like viewing this family or interacting as this family. I don't know if that's the right language, but anyway, I'll leave. You know what you're doing, obviously.
If I come across as I know what I'm doing, that is a great deception.
Well, and my basis for comparison is myself. So this has come a long way though in a week.
Yeah, it certainly has. I also discovered how you can make images smaller.
Okay.
That was another setting. Data.
One thing my brother was asking about was the name.
What?
Well, he's just saying, is that name already used by somebody else, or
Storytime.com is available for purchase.
is it?
Somebody owns it, so it's not going to be cheap. It's not going to be $22 a year, but
yeah. Okay. But like I said, I don't know. Vadim's the master of like Google search and cost per click and all this stuff. But I mean, I think I'm not hung up on it because I think
if we can use storytime.com,
yeah,
we're golden, man.
Yeah.
But we need to prove ourselves first.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, we're going, if he said, I explained it to him, and he's in some of the scenarios, and I built a page. Let me share my screen for a second.
Hold on. Just before you share your screen, let me take a look at.
Anyway, he's like, the more he was thinking about it, now he hasn't actually used it with his kids yet, but I was explaining the scenarios. Like he's got his two sons, Andy and Steven, are 21 and 19 now, and they're never really at their house. But I was saying, like, you can get Andy and Steven to record some stories, and then the twins want to hear stories from Andy and Steven. You have it. And he's like, oh my God, that's amazing. Like, anyway, he's like, I think it's simple and it's meaningful to people. So he thinks it could, he goes, you could sell like thousands of these. I'm like, yeah, we're hoping like hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I ran it by my chiropractor today because I decided, hey, you know what? Just I want to hear what people think so we can get outside of our heads.
Yeah.
And he was like, what about this? And he's like, oh yeah, what if you can get a granddad to? I was like, yeah, go along with this idea. Like, so he went down the same. He's like, yeah, I can see this. And then he said something that's profound, and I almost fell off his table. He's like, you know what? You know what would be a great idea? If I could just pick a book and it would be narrated in my voice.
Yeah.
And you could sell that for a much higher premium. So you could go to any library and you're like narrated in mom's voice.
Yeah.
And this is why I asked you not to go away and not to switch the screen. This script that we used, that I promoted to you, uses exactly that, where they use typed text and auto generate your voice based on samples that you pre-record.
Wow.
Do you fucking feel me now?
That's scary.
No, think about it. You can have a mom and a dad, which are the closest relatives, that record like half an hour, maybe even less. I don't think you even need that much.
Yeah.
Samples of their voice. You go to, I'm going to research it. I'm not going to research it right now. I want to make sure that we have a working copy, the small version.
Yeah.
Because this is going to require some badass development. You don't need to create your own AI platform, but you use the services that exist right now.
Yeah.
So then our store doesn't become an option. It becomes a necessity.
Yeah.
The little hungry caterpillar, click,
Yeah.
bought, narration done.
By all your people.
By all the people who have submitted their voice profiles.
Yeah. Is that when you get into copyright issues though?
You're still doing the same thing. As long as you're not selling it, and this is all the terms and conditions. And you can't really sell it. I mean, you can extract your audio file.
Yeah.
You can't provide it to the world, but here, look at this.
But you're selling them. I don't know. I mean, I'm not a copyright lawyer, so I shouldn't even comment.
We can investigate that. There, the Very Hungry Caterpillar animated film.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Illuminated Films. Original text. Hold on.
Does this is this the kind of thing though that scares the pants off of people when they go like, I didn't read this story, but it's me reading it. What's going on?
You see how many narrations there are?
Yeah.
So somehow, I mean, this is YouTube. This is publicly available.
Yeah. No, I know. And there's all kind of like in YouTube, like the thing that I was asking my kids if they knew why do all these music video reaction videos, how can they exist when they're playing this music or the videos of other people?
Yep.
But like you put music in your course online and you get flagged as copyright infringement. Yep. But there's like, well, it's because you're chopping it up and you're commenting on it and you're not just using, like it's such a gray area.
But think about it. If you make people buy the book, you don't have any copyright issues. They bought the book.
The book, yeah.
And no one else really wants to hear them narrating this.
Yes. Yeah.
So that is this is where you start raising money. So if this, not if, that's the wrong word. When this flies and we have a proof of concept with this kind of basic version.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know what
doesn't that scare the crap out of you though, that like, and it's not, I mean, story time isn't going to be the base of this, but like as a society, we're going to be able to create audio of anyone in the world talking. Like take any famous person where you can get samples of their audio and you can create them saying anything you want.
Wait, why are you saying as if it's possible in the future? This has been possible 2 years ago. This is how deep fakes work. All of the politicians, because they produce so much audio content and there's so much video content, there are apps that exist right now where you can superimpose your face onto Bill Clinton's body, like no problem.
Yeah,
there are user apps.
There was, you're saying that, and I'm remembering there was an app a few years ago with Obama. Like you could have Obama sing you happy birthday or, you know, whatever.
There are user apps, and they're only getting better. I mean, technically, what people should be afraid of, and we watched a nice show about not a show, something on Netflix. It's kind of a science series.
Yeah,
is about our society is moving to the point where truth is indiscernible. In fact, even if you know something to be true, you will be forced into thinking that it's fake. And as soon as you can no longer discern what's fake and what's true, even if you think you know it, you're fucked.
Yeah,
you're completely absolved of your belief system, if you will.
Yeah.
And that is achievable because we are now at a point, even with the technology we have today, like, I mean, can't even imagine what's going to happen in 5 years. Even with technology we have today, we can trick probably 80% of the population's senses into believing what they're seeing, they're hearing, and whatnot.
Yeah.
And again, I was talking to this with friends on the weekend. Watch Wag the Dog. This is not a new concept. Wag the Dog was a beautiful movie.
Yeah, I never saw it, but yeah.
Oh, you should. You will greatly enjoy it, especially from the vantage point of today's technology.
Yeah.
That was like a 90s movie.
Yeah. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of thing where like you, once a narrator reaches a certain number of minutes of recorded voice in the app of their own recording, you can auto generate all the other stories for them.
I don't know, probably kids books don't have a breadth of vocabulary.
Yeah.
So I would imagine that some training material would need to be provided. But
Yeah,
we're not the first. Like, this is the thing.
Oh, yeah.
We don't need to figure this out.
No.
You just go and use a SaaS service.
Yeah. Hey, people on my call yesterday, they were talking about, they use for transcription otter.ai. Have you heard of?
Yep, otter.ai, yep.
So apparently that's like almost perfect. Like, it's way better than the Google Meet.
But that's the other way. That's voice to text.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need text to voice.
I know.
And that needs to generate, it cannot be a computer generated voice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But he gave that thought, and I thought to myself, fuck me.
Yeah. Well, that's the same. I was looking at voice over apps not too long ago.
Yep.
That they're selling, where you can basically, for doing videos and stuff, you just have a computer generated voiceover that you can't discern from human, whether it's human or not. And you can have British accents, Australian accents, Russian accents, whatever, men, women, children. Now I never ended up buying any of them, but it's all the same technology. And
I actually have a very good acquaintance. I think a fairly good acquaintance from my days at RBC, a gentleman from he was a director in the data science group, and he branched out on his own, and his specialty was NLP, natural language processing.
Yeah.
So whenever we cross that bridge, sure, there are tools out there, but I would also seek his counsel.
Yeah. Cool. What's this verbit?
I don't know. This something just came out. Create impact with transcription and captioning. I don't know what this is.
Cool. Well, that is a good idea. Well, I think we're going to get a bunch of ideas from our testers.
Yeah. And I will encourage, if I don't know, on the one hand side, it seems that spreading this idea around generates response and kind of feedback.
Yeah.
So it might be worthwhile to do that. Okay, so you were going to share your screen?
Yeah.
You started building a page for the app?
Well, it was just because I
was actually hoping that you would.
I was explaining to my brother different scenarios.
What is this?
Well, this is just all the commercials
together. Many of the sitters here.
Because I was explaining this scenario, so I thought, well, I'll just build a page that has the commercials on it, so I can send that link to to all the beta testers. So anyway, like, this literally took me 10 minutes to build.
Yeah, it shows.
So.
Jesus Christ, there's no like polish or anything. And yes, for anyone who's going to be watching down the line, when this is some sort of reflection, kind of like Sergey Brin getting together. So if you're watching this, yes, I've always been an asshole.
It's true. I can vouch.
Oh, fuck off. That's going to be beep.
Anyway, so this is just the start of somewhere for people to go to see that stuff.
So obviously that's great. And you know what, I was hoping, and maybe you should just go and start a web page for the website.
Okay.
I mean, because I was thinking about this. It cannot exist on solobusiness.ca. Neither can it exist on Team UIP. It has to have its own page.
Yeah.
So whatever we create right now is going to be temporary. It's going to make it easier. It'll help us put verbiage somewhere, like all of the use cases that you've described.
Yeah. Why are you saying it can't exist off another page?
Well, it can, but that wouldn't be. it's almost like your address is going to be solobusiness.ca/storytime or tvuyp.com/storytime.
Yeah.
The hell does that mean?
Yeah.
Think of it from a user perspective. And besides, if people are searching for it, and sorry, again, I keep using this word if, when people are searching for it,
Yeah.
you wanna make sure that your SEO is proper.
Yeah.
And sure, we might not buy storytime.com. I was just
I'm just thinking, like, if you do ads and you do the influencers and things, like, you're gonna have a clickable link so that, like, I don't know. I came to the conclusion a while ago, and maybe my conclusion is completely off base, but that the notion that the actual text of the link itself means anything to anybody, I think is overrated, and that it's, people are clicking on links that you send them in emails or that are in ads or whatever.
Right, that's
the organic search of something is like so tiny.
I sort of agree with you, but think about it this way.
Yeah.
Let's say you and I are not delusional, and let's say we're not fooling ourselves, and let's say this app is actually as good and useful and fun for kids as we expect it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Think about the situation: 2 moms, 3 moms on the playground.
Yeah.
One says, "Oh, I got this wonderful app. Can you send me a link?" Sure.
Yeah.
What is the link going to be?
Yeah.
It's so much easier to say the app is called Storytime for Kids and the link is storytimeforkids.com.
Yeah. But really, the in that scenario,
Yeah,
it's like, I got my phone on me. I've got this great app here, share, and they send the link right from the app.
yes, and that's actually, it's interesting because that about,
Yeah,
you can't change. Well, maybe you can change it when you buy the pro version, but that would be nice if it said share.
yeah. It
doesn't.
say now. Let me open it.
The share button is within that about.
Yeah. But you could create another screen yourself that has the link and the URL on it. Like, you just put that up and they take a picture of the QR code.
Yeah.
And
yeah, so I'm not
yeah, like this, like, I go to the about, and it says Storytime G Fisher share, and if I click on that, I can then can I airdrop that? Yeah, I can airdrop that to you. And the QR code's in the top. Look.
Where?
So when you go to this screen, up in the top is a little QR code.
Yeah, how do you get to that screen?
So I go menu.
Yeah, what's the menu? What does this thing say?
About.
Correct.
Yeah. And
this
then
is what
I can get to the QR code. But you could just
I like your idea about creating a share screen.
Yeah, like the way you have a user guide, you could have share, and it just pops open to the QR code.
Actually, that's hold on, that's a brilliant idea.
Like, I think the website is fairly irrelevant.
Yeah, we're not gonna pay money outside of. So you say just create it under.
Yeah, Team UIP or solo business, whichever you want. I don't know, like, I do agree, like, if this becomes a thing, there's no reason not to go spend the money and get a proper URL or whatever, if for no other reason than when somebody big comes along and wants to buy it off us, we have the whole thing kind of set up.
Yeah, which I thought would be a great idea. We implement the AI solution.
Yeah.
Amazon comes to us and Audible just buys us right up.
Yeah, a couple million each. We're laughing.
Yeah, they say they lowball us and give us 20 million.
And then we build Story Times with a Z.
Oh, fuck. Wait, but let's get this working first, and let's start selling it.
Yeah. The common thing I was asked or thought about is there's a misconception that you're putting the book in the app. So I think that's, I mean, I've tried to make that clear in the commercials I made, and we've got it clear in the instructions. But people, I think people not, I don't know if you, in your conversations with people, if they've jumped to that conclusion, like how do I, but it's just a picture of the cover of the book.
Interesting.
But I don't think it's a, you know, people are going to think whatever they think.
No, yeah. We'll ask a copy.ai to write good copy for us.
Yeah, exactly.
So
and I go back to my sister-in-law's point about an illustrator. Like, is it, once we get a sense too for this, maybe it's like version 2 where we start spending some money and you get a
you get a nice design.
Children's illustrator to illustrate a logo or a landing page or something. I don't know what would be on it, but I don't know if it really matters either, but she seemed to think it was a thing.
It's, yeah, I mean,
and I don't know, yeah, maybe, and I don't know. I was just thinking, like, is there like the military version, like the one for military families? Do you do a military logo of some kind? Like, obviously it's not guns and stuff, but like, you know, a little American flag or something.
What happened to your nose?
Where, there?
Yeah.
Oh, that's like a scar or something. Some days it's really red.
Just noticed it. Yeah.
Do you want the full story?
Yeah.
So it was New Year's Eve a few years ago, and my in-laws, my sister-in-law, so Beth's brother and sister and their families were here for New Year's, and they were all staying over. And I had a cold, and I was on like cold medication stuff. Anyway, I got super drunk, and I was sitting in the family room, and my brother-in-law and I were drinking rye and gingers, and I was drinking, and somebody said something that made me laugh, and I started like laughing, you know, when you laugh and it comes out of your nose.
Yeah.
So I got up to run over to the kitchen so that if I like, you know, spit everywhere, I wouldn't make a mess. Well, a combination of how drunk I was, being sick, and how fast I got up and ran across, by the time I got to the kitchen, I passed out, and I fell face first into the dishwasher. I landed on my glass that I was carrying, and the glass basically shattered into dust when I landed on it. And I remember getting up out of the chair and running towards the sink. And the next thing I remember is my sister-in-law and brother-in-law picking me up off the floor. I was bleeding from this cut on my nose, but I basically went face first into the dishwasher and landed on the glass.
That was a fantastic New Year, I assume.
And this happened like literally like 15 seconds to midnight.
Oh, at least you left it all in the past year.
Yeah. So I think that was 2018, I guess. But yeah, so it's funny because like I don't really have it's just
I've never noticed it before.
Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if it's because I was in the sun yesterday.
It might have been. Yeah, because the stars they
they're discolored a little bit. But yeah, it's
wow.
Anyway, it's a story for life. And it's like it's like it was traumatizing to all the kids.
Oh, you know what?
And I was so happy that there was no kid in my path, because if I'd landed on a kid, I would have killed them. Anyway, I had black eyes. Like, you know, when if you break your nose, I had bruising under my eyes for like 3 or 4 days. So what do you want me to build on this webpage then? In terms of content.
One sec. Can you help me word this? Because you just gave me a thought. You're right. We're not adding a book.
Yeah.
This is worded poorly.
Add a picture of a book, or yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing. You're not adding a picture of a book.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying and what
Yeah,
I was
that's it,
saying.
and it sounds awkward. Like it sounds like
Yeah.
bad English.
Yeah. It's just like, I don't know if we're being too literal. Like when you say add a family member, like you're just adding.
You're not, because another thing is I'm going to have user rights, because I was thinking about your use case of babysitter.
Yeah.
Well, that person doesn't have any rights except for using the,
No read write privileges.
no read write. There's no user guide, there's no bookstore, there's just that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because if you think about a babysitter, they
Yeah,
could be a member of like multiple families.
indeed.
Yeah.
And this is why selection of a family makes sense.
Yeah. You know what I just thought of?
No?
And I don't know. I mean, this is literally just 1 second old. But if you flip this the other way, and this was for old people
Yeah.
instead of young people, where you had something, and I don't know what it would be because I don't know what the equivalent of a story for an elderly person is, but something where, you know, you're a senior citizen in a retirement home or whatever, and you can have an app that your grandkids or whatever are telling you something. I don't know what it is, but there's something there.
That is an excellent idea, especially because people don't visit their folks as often.
Yeah.
But you would have to make it that simple.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what you'd be reciting to them necessarily, but it would be.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude, that's actually very interesting, because I was also thinking about, so you asked what you would put on the page.
Yeah.
I need you to think about the names of these buttons, because you're right. First of all, you're not adding a book. You're adding a book's picture. So maybe it's add and add a family member. You're right. That's a misnomer, because that means that person has to be a family member.
Yeah. Well, we started with add a narrator, but I mean, I don't know. I think maybe we're overthinking it. I don't know. Let's wait and see what our beta testers come back with. But yeah, there's some work to be done there, I suppose. But the reason I was thinking of the older people scenario was I made the leap from babysitter to caregiver, and then I thought I had the idea of, like, you know, here's people visiting elderly people, and they could be like, but again, I don't know what is the equivalent of a storybook for an older person.
So what goes on a page about the app? It's what is this app about? It has to be a paragraph that clearly, like.
I just figured it out.
Go.
Using your AI feature.
Yes.
You have your loved ones read you the newspaper today. Like stories, like what, you know.
Write it down immediately.
Yeah. Like you're an elderly person in the thing. Well, you can have your daughter, your granddaughter read you today's headlines or the sports page, or I don't know.
In fact, you're right. This works in both ways. Even when you visit your grandparents, you don't have to sit there. You can just sit there holding their hands as you read their paper.
Yeah.
There's something to that as well.
Yeah.
That Greg, that's a great idea.
You know, and for the lazy family member who never wants
How
to
about
visit.
we sell this first, though?
Yeah. No, I know. This is back burner idea thing. It's been implanted in my brain since I talked to Amy, when she said that when she's worked with these big companies, they always ask her if you have any things for seniors because they got shitloads of money to spend on seniors.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. That is beautiful.
And your AI thing, like you literally, that's the key is you can like my dad could feel like I'm visiting him every day and reading him the headlines, and he may never see me again.
Yeah. It got dark all of a sudden.
Then you take the AI and then you take animation software. So my picture's on there and they have my mouth animating. So it looks like I'm actually having a FaceTime call with them and I'm not even there. And I blink and
you just moved our society to the point of social isolation.
But it won't feel like social isolation.
Okay, so here's what we need on the page. We need a logo is fine. Like let's not forget let's forget the artistic aspect of it right now.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, we need. Oh, sorry. By the way, do your videos on Kajabi? Do you track analytics on your videos? Because I know how to set it up on WordPress.
Yeah, I believe so. Because let me just run to the bathroom quickly, because I've been on the phone for over an hour and I'm gonna pee my pants. So.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Let's record that. That's gonna be that's good. I mean, I can make money off YouTube just by that.
There you go. Give me a second. Your question about the analytics just reminded me of something. So I was looking at my Google Analytics for the app for Jamie.
Yep.
And nobody but me has been on it. But what I noticed when I was looking at my website, that the web page that I created for it, that I shared with him,
Yep.
there's been six or eight views of that page. So I don't know if when he shared it with his team, if they're just looking at the presentation I gave them and that web page and not actually using the actual app. Anyway, he's on vacation this week. So I would imagine
that those people have a million things on the go because it's an established business. And this is just kind of like,
yeah. Well, he's on vacation this week. So next week when he's back, I'm going to press him because my course is almost done. And I want to get a beta test in with this group of people before the course is over. So if I'm going to push them to say like, there's no reason not to do an experiment and see what people think.
Yeah.
Like the thing's ready to go. Let's just see what people think. So that's what I'm hoping to get to. What was I going to check here? Kajabi. So there was a video stats thing I saw. So let me see what it says. Video stats. What does that say? Yeah. So each video I can go when I go into the customize. Let me share my screen again.
Mm-hmm.
So if I go into this is the page builder.
Yep.
And so under my video, there's video stats. So this is average engagement, total plays, play rate, and
Ottawa, Canada.
so the answer to your question is yes, we can get
Fantastic.
stats. Well, here, let me
That's-
see. If I go to a different page of mine.
Is there like a yeah, is there combined like analytics on the left-hand side? Is there?
Just want to see, oh, that's the wrong. Customize. Oh, is that not a video? Oh, it goes to YouTube, that video. Shit.
Oh, there's a video. Is there not a central point where all of the videos total plays 2?
There might be. Let's see.
Analytics? Up.
Yeah.
Net revenue, subscription, page views, offer solid product affiliates, charge. Can you click on a specific page?
Over here, landing pages. Apply.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How does your Kajabi?
But I also have Google Analytics on this.
Well, yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like your Google Analytics, how does it pass on? Is it an event that it passes?
I don't know.
The only reason I'm asking is because that will give us an indication of what people are struggling the most, and we need to keep track of that.
Yeah.
So Presto Player that I bought has an email capture feature, so you can sell right in the video. You can have video playing in silent mode with only the captions below, and then you click play and then it starts playing normally.
Yeah.
So let's take a look. Behavior on the left-hand side. Yep, behavior events down at the bottom. Yep, overview. Video, click on video. There's event category and then, no, right below, no, right.
Right.
There you go. Now, see where it says secondary dimension right above the first column. Yep.
Yeah.
And then commonly used the first one, and then event action first. It might be, it's either or. Okay, no, secondary dimension again, an event label, commonly used, event label. It's going to replace event action. There.
Okay.
Perfect. Golden. Now in the search bar above event value, yep, there, type in, what's your video called for training? It's called ST something, right?
For what?
Type in ST. I think all of your videos were called ST underscore something, then, right?
Yeah.
ST underscore and now search. Ooh, that is unfortunate.
Well, I just built the page like for this call.
Oh, this is today. You did it today.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, of course. Then go up to real time up at the top. Sorry, on the left hand side. See, this is the old version of analytics. I know how to navigate this and events. Scroll down. You want to have, so this is in the last half hour. Now go back to Kajabi and play a video. Play one of those videos that you created on that page.
Go pages.
Hurry up, honey, the sitter's here. Hi, Jeff, thanks for coming over.
It's a bit gloomy.
Sure, I love looking after Jane. That's nice. Honey, let's go.
Yeah, I'm ready. Hi, Jeff. There's food in the fridge and snacks are on the counter. Help yourself.
You know that your wife actually is the only your wife and your daughter are the only normal people because they don't do the funny actions.
Sorry.
My wife's the what?
Those two characters are the only normal ones because they don't like the Jeff, like all, they have those animations when they're not talking, but they're just kind of like to attract attention.
Yeah.
These are the only normal ones who don't have like syndromes. Sorry.
Well, the problem with this, you can't like
You can't turn it up.
you can't talk. No, you can add actions. I was just trying to, I don't know.
Yes, honey. We set it up on his phone last time.
Like these guys are just set to idle. That's why they're not doing anything.
Okay. Good
Then
night.
that-
See, like those obsessive compulsive behavior. Greg, that's it's and that video of the little kid. I mean, Ian's like, oh yeah, let's read the book, Daddy.
But this one,
Kids, the mail's here and there's a parcel for you.
Oh, look, it's books. Awesome.
There's a note here.
He's got such a deep voice now.
Hey, Susie and Jamie. Here's some books I picked up when I was in London.
Anyway, hold on, go back. Stop playing. We had all this.
I love it. I'm happy you enjoy those. Here we go.
Yeah, and below lower, instead of like click on event category video, below.
Yeah.
Below.
Click on what?
Video on actual the word video.
Oh, on the
Yeah.
actual word, yeah.
And oh, perfect. Shit, you can't toggle event labels. Yeah, but you can. Oh, there's an event label. Sorry. So we have perfect traction of everything. The problem that you have here, Greg, I have to teach you everything. Okay, just 1 second. The following device has critical battery. Ooh. Oh wow, you have the same keyboard as I am?
No. No.
This is K520. Oh
Keyboard app.
shit. Oh shit, that's my keyboard.
That's yours.
Hold on.
Are you losing battery? I have an old-fashioned corded keyboard.
1 second. My keyboard battery is good. That's very weird. So what I was, hold on, there's one thing.
Olga Rathnapal has tried to use the app because I got a failed glide.
Huh?
Olga Rathnapal is using the app.
Great.
because I got a failed Zap.
Yeah, so
email.
yeah, that she was trying to invite somebody good.
Yeah. Her kid's 6 months old now. All right, so what else? What do you want on this page? You said logo. That's as
Yeah,
far as
no. I said logo. Let's not worry about it because I'll create, like, I'll generate the logo. We'll be able to add it. Just 1 second. You need to set something up on your
analytics.
yeah. So here's the thing. I think if you go to click on a plus sign, open another tab, and you should have my IP is, just type it, yeah, just type it, my IP is, enter, and your IP should be 99.246.76.127. Ugh, that's the IP6. No, what is my IP address? Yeah, this one. You need IPv4. No, lower. Next one. Yep. That
This
was
one?
IPv6.
Yeah.
Address, you need IPv4. Yeah, click on this one. Let's see, checking. 99-246-76-127. Right on, baby. Right on, baby. Now go back to analytics. Admin at the very bottom.
Yeah.
Third
Oh,
column. In third column, you'll see filters. Lower. There you go. Now in filters, you need to add a filter.
okay.
You want to exclude
Myself.
yourself using this.
Yeah.
Because this is going to mess you up. So your filter is going to be Greg's IP address, and then type in 99 dot. No, type it in, because you'll need to know if you. The reason I'm saying is, if you ever want to reference it, 246.76127. Yep. If you ever want to reference, you don't need to open it up if you have it written out here.
Yeah.
Then you choose predefined exclude traffic from IP addresses that are equal to, and then type in your IP address and click save. It's not going to apply to anything retroactively, but everything going forward, you will not be tracked. Then add another filter. That's the same way I have my setup.
Yeah.
And then add, create new filter, Vadim's IP address. And I'm just going to make sure that my IP didn't, what's my IP? Oops. Just want to make sure that my IP is still the same.
Now my stats are going to go way down.
Yeah, they will, but you want that, because otherwise I was seeing like my crazy stats to my page. But every time you look at your page after you finished editing it, it looks as a view if you don't have this filter on.
Yeah.
So if you're paranoid like myself, you do the edit and you look at the page.
Yeah.
Your page view time is great. Your bounce rate is low, but that's all fictitious.
Yeah.
So you're excluding, so Vadim's IP address 99.225.115.9. So copy that. Yeah. And then again, exclude traffic from IP addresses that are equal to, this. So that if you or I are visiting this page, it's not going to be counted to a visit or a session.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Great. So we've done that. So what's on the page? It has to be a paragraph explaining what the app does. That's one. Two, what has to be on the page is what are the use cases? So essentially, if you look at copy.ai, like aggravation points, like what, like why would people use this? And you have a bunch of those already predetermined.
Yeah.
So it's just writing out small paragraphs and maybe images against it, like grandparents reading a book, all from Unsplash.
Yeah.
Then there has to be as to how does it work? So it's kind of like steps. Take a picture of a book. Take like all of the stuff that we have in the app.
Yeah.
And then there's I think there's a bunch of like FAQs, I would imagine. So something like, can I be a member of multiple families? What if I want my nanny to use this, but I don't want her to edit this? Like all of that stuff. We'll think about that. I think that the beta testers are going to give us a lot of information about that.
Yeah.
Then what else do we need? Pricing on that page. And then there has to be a separate page kind of, or maybe we just make it a long page as to how do you do certain things. So essentially bringing what you already have, the videos into this for, I mean, I've created a lot of pain for everyone because I've redone everything.
Yeah, that's okay.
But let's not redo the videos until you and I.
Until we're finalized. Yeah.
So that is the case, and of course share the ability to share this with others on social media, on anywhere else.
Yeah, and I guess we'll have a testimonials area.
Yeah, testimonials. Yes, absolutely. What else?
My brother said he's going to film his kids using it.
Yeah, and I will film my parents narrating that as well.
All right, I'll start building something out.
Yeah. Okay. And for me today, it's so sales parent app, you'll do that. Okay. So yeah, so today I'm doing, I want to figure out all of that user interface.
Yeah.
And if that's done, then I can sleep. Like I'm going to be very happy camper, because if I know that we can sell this in the app and manage people not taking advantage of it, like just not.
What do you have any ideas yet on pricing?
So I've been, okay. I went, of course, I took an Excel spreadsheet and I did this. What do you think I'm gonna do? Yeah, center across selection, because that's how people really supposed to do this, not merge cells. And this is dollars.
So you're thinking one-time purchase? I mean, it's not really for us to decide. It's for our beta testers to tell us what.
So what I'm thinking is the way we're gonna set up a page. Sorry, no, it's not. It's different. So if you buy through an app, I think they can only give you a one-time purchase.
Yeah.
That's
I'm okay with it. I mean, it'll be interesting to see. Like, I don't know. I convinced myself that cheaper is better, and then I convinced myself that the value of this, like people shouldn't be afraid to spend $10 on this.
See, what I'm thinking is Miguel looks at the app.
Yeah.
He can figure it out.
Yeah.
So I would rather make it cheaper and just go viral.
Yeah.
Than make it more expensive and let somebody in and come in and be cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, one other idea my brother had, which I don't know if this even matters, but he had the idea of being like Netflix when you go in, like you choose your profile. So it could be like parent, child or something. But I said, well, we have that with the edit mode.
Yep.
Just the idea of the simplicity of like, a 2-button thing versus a toggle, but I don't know if that's that. I just remembered that. So it doesn't mean anything. Yeah. I like what I'm seeing here.
Yeah. And I also need to, so I need to figure out users. That's the one if I figure out users and it works without a glitch,
yeah,
then we're golden, because after that, everything else is beautification, like create a page so we need to share page.
Yeah.
Share screen. Then we need what's it called? The term T's and C's screen.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a pricing play where it's like, here's the basic app for free, and you can only add 2 stories or 1 story or something. I don't know. And then it's kind of like buy the app. That just adds too much complexity.
No, it's actually I've seen some of the columns that you shared with an app from Miguel.
Yeah.
You just do a count of how many books they have, and it's a simple if statement.
Yeah.
That's actually not a big problem, but this is why I don't want to go into a monthly. I would encourage people to buy one time and then do whatever the heck they want, because you can get away with 2 books and then you're never going to use it, because you're going to be like, okay, this works. And remember, there's going to be like 85% of the people are going to play around with the app once and never use it again.
Yeah.
maybe 90% of the people.
Yeah.
So I'm gravitating towards something like a $4.99.
Yeah.
Because, hey, look,
No, I-
250 each, 250 each is nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
That was perfect.
$4.99 still gives us plenty of room for giving 25% off to
veterans or military.
no, I meant to say
Affiliates.
yeah, affiliates.
Yeah.
Average price right now, they're going all to a freemium model, and we can like the way I'm seeing it, subscription works when you build something like that AI functionality into it.
Yeah.
But in order to build that functionality, and you need the backbone. So this is if people are buying it and we're seeing usage rates,
Yeah.
we're in good shape.
Yeah. I'll be interested to see what people say.
Yeah. Well, Greg, to be honest, I can see not I can see, but I would very much appreciate if part of the role that you would undertake is just actually reaching out to affiliates, to influencers and whatnot, because I sure as hell
Sure.
suck at that.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
doesn't mean that I won't, but
yeah. I talked to my brother this morning. So, I mean, he's got 1,500 users or followers on his thing. And I said, and he said he would promote it. I go, okay, well, we'll set you up as an affiliate and give you a cut. He goes, I don't need a cut. He goes, I think it's a good idea and you're my brother. So that checks 2 boxes for me. So I'll just do it. Yeah. So he's in for doing it for free. Amy basically said she'd do it, but I think we're smart to pay her an affiliate fee. So we've got access to her whole thing. And then I think it can spiral from there, like snowball.
Yeah, I would definitely say, like Amy, 25%, we would gladly pay you 30%, 50%, because she's got a recurring number of people beginning to follow her as they get pregnant.
Yeah, exactly.
This app needs to go out to them as an offer right off the bat.
Yeah.
So I have absolutely no reservations paying Amy for the work that she's been doing.
Yeah.
It's a win-win. It's
even for her, like I don't know if it gets to this point, but like she's talking about, she's launching a membership site where it's like this is included as a value of her membership.
Yeah.
So if she was going to charge, I don't know, whatever she was going to charge $20 a month to be a member, now she charges $25 a month and includes this. And it's like instant.
But every time you say that, it always brings me back to the point. I'm going to write in the community today to say if they're going to be if they're doing anything to create an ability to update glide tables from external.
Yeah.
Because all of the membership, giving the app away for free, all of that can be achieved if you can write automatically to the table to read from.
Yeah.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there. Those are good problems to have.
Yeah, for sure.
We'll hire a person in, I don't know, anywhere for $5 an hour to go through all of the emails and put them in, instead of developing something complicated and dying over it.
Oh yeah.
It's doable. It's doable.
Yeah. For sure.
Okay, man.
All right. Awesome.
Enough said.
Great job again. Keep it going.
Bye.
All right. See ya.